Everyone who thirsts, come to the waters. Come and eat. Listen diligently to me, and eat what is good, and let your
But
soul
baptism,
relax.
not only is it talking about the washing of the water of the word, brainwashing, but it's a picture of his death, burial, and resurrection. It's a picture of the old man dying, new man, new life in Yeshua. It's a picture of, it's a legally identifying with his death, burial, and resurrection by literally, in a sense, climbing on that cross ourselves through the ritual of baptism and becoming like him, doing what he did, but thankfully not in the way he did it.
Yeah.
And that's a picture of the tabernacle of Moses, the Mishkan, in the wilderness, which was a cross on a cross, a Paleo-Hebrew letter Tav on a Paleo-Hebrew letter Tav. Inside the tabernacle was shaped like a cross or like a Paleo-Tav, and it all pointed to Yeshua. And the Israelites were encamped around the tabernacle in a Paleo letter Hebrew Tav, or like a cross, or like our small letter T. And that's a picture of you got to climb on board and identify with what Yeshua did if you're going to have eternal life. And then you got to walk it out and come up a new man and constantly being washed in the water of the Word, which is a picture of the bronze laver there in the tabernacle. But all of these things in this one simple ceremony. And I see that and I don't know how a lot of churches do this in the Christian church, if they teach their people about all of these things when they are baptized. I suspect that they probably don't expand on the full ramifications of this ceremony. They're focused more on the act of getting saved by doing this. But when you connect this act with the Hebraic understanding of it and connect it to the Torah,
and beautiful.
Absolutely, it's an incredible picture, all in this one ritual. And even the act of doing it in living water, which is a picture of the river of life. I mean, like some churches have baptismal pools or fonts.
Church we meet in here, does.
Well, they do. And I look in there and I see hairs floating in there and everything else. It's like, yeah, this is gross. I want to go out and do it in a river. I don't care how cold it is,
Or a spring-fed lake.
That's right. Because I recognize what it means. This is beautiful. And I want to do it in a river that doesn't have the city upstream's wastewater pouring into it, like a lot of these rivers around here.
Of course, they say you can never jump into the same river twice because that water is gone.
Yeah, that's true, but I want it to be clean coming off the mountains.
Right.
Sometimes around here, it's coming off
Back
of
to the
glaciers.
source.
Yeah, exactly, and that's a picture of coming down. The Jordan flows down off of
Mount Hermon.
It has several branches. But all the branches are pure water. I was up in northern Israel at Tel Dan, and one of the forks of the Jordan River flows literally, gushes right. And Mount Hermon is several miles that way. Some of it does come off the snowfields of Mount Hermon or whatever. I didn't go up there, but there's this what they call a karst spring, K-A-R-S-T. It's the largest in the Middle East, and literally my wife and I looked at this water just bubbling out of the side of the mountain, and at that point, that fork of the Jordan River is probably about 10 or 12 feet wide, and literally it's just coming right out of the bowels of the earth, cold, beautiful, and that's what the Jordan River is a picture of. Literally, that river and Mount Hermon is the tallest mountain around there. It's nearly 10,000 feet. That's the only place where they ski, and there's the Jordan River is a picture of getting baptized. Now it flows from there, and I wouldn't want to get baptized in the Jordan River now because it's literally a running sewer because of all the stuff that flows into it.
Or down at the end in the Dead Sea end, where
the Dead Sea. Well, but then the Dead Sea is going to get purified, and that's a picture of, the Jordan River is the only thing that flows into the Dead Sea, and the Dead Sea is pretty caustic right now, but it's going to get purified and cleaned up, and that's a picture, after Yeshua's return. That's a picture. That's a spiritual picture of what happens to us and to all those that will be living on the earth. Is this body of water that is the saltiest in the world, and it's at the lowest point on earth. It's about 1,300 or so feet below sea level, and that's a picture of Sheol. I mean, the imagery there.
Yeah.
It's and baptism is a part of that.
Jerusalem is one of the few major cities in the world not located on a river.
That's right, or a port or anything like that. Yeah.
But the water, it has the Gihon spring. It bubbles up from what I read. I haven't been there, but what I've read.
I've seen it. It comes out. Yeah.
And Shlomo was immersed in the Gihon.
They anointed some of the kings there.
Yeah, the kings were anointed in the Gihon.
Yeah.
And it's the same name as the river in the Garden of Eden, the Gihon.
The gusher.
The gusher,
Seek the Lord while he may be found. Call upon his name. He's near, he's near, he's near. Yeshu Hashem behimatzov keravu yoto karov. יעזוב רשע דרכו, וישבן מחשבותיו, וישוב אל עד השם, כי הרבה איז ישוע השם בהימצאו כראוי. Seek the Lord while he may be found. Call upon his name. He is near, he is near. Yeshua Hashem behimatzot kerahu.